Hey everybody, it's Randall. Dug this thing out of mothballs. This thing I have not worn, mainly because I got a little too tight in the stomach. I've not worn this in probably about 10 years. It's an old school, now it's old school, Lakers practice tee. So today we're going to talk a little about Kobe Bryant. We're going to talk about what happened Sunday, and we're going to talk about some of the reaction. It goes without saying that Kobe was flawed, but still doesn't take away the fact that a family lost a father and a daughter. Some families lost almost everybody. Some families just lost a husband. You know, not to try to trivialize it, but doesn't change the fact that two young women who are young teenagers, they barely had a chance to make their impression in life, and they're gone. So, a writer for the Washington Post, and I'm forgetting her name, so maybe somebody can comment down below, who got suspended from her job because she sent out a tweet about Kobe's past with the rape charges. Now, it's a little too soon to be doing that. You want to talk about that going forward? Fine. Give it a few days. Let the wounds heal over a little bit. Don't come out of the gun posting about that. That's just... the timing was just wrong. And there are people out there who are wondering, well, what about everybody else? How come we're not talking about the pilot? How come we're not talking about John Altobelli, the coach of the Gulf Coast baseball team? How come we're not talking about anybody else that just perished? How come they are, and others? Simply put, if you mention those people, you're not going to get clicks. You're not going to get Facebook shares or Twitter shares. You put Kobe's name out there, people are going to click on it, they're going to share the articles, and that's just a reflection of who we are as a society. All right? It's not to say that the other lives that were lost in this tragedy were any less significant. Anytime you view a life as being less significant than another, we really have a problem. You know, I grew up a Lakers fan. And this hit hard. This hit hard. It still feels surreal. But the difference between it feeling surreal for me and those families is they have to deal with the aftermath. They're the ones that have to deal with the mourning process. Yeah, the fans are going to leave flowers. The fans are going to leave pictures. They're going to wear the jersey. They're going to cry. And on the subject of tears, there is no way anybody could have watched Doc Rivers break down. There's no way anybody could watch Doc Rivers talk to reporters yesterday and not get emotional. In fact, I will admit that I wiped away more than one tear. You know, I want to sort of just jump back to something real quick here about the reporter. And the memes are already out there. And I'm thinking to myself, not only does the family have to deal with the loss of two members, but they have to deal with this nonsense as well. You know, and I find that frustrating. And I think the Post is right to sue, to suspend that reporter. And if you're somebody who's already sharing the memes, a couple questions for you. A couple big ones. I'm not going to ask you, how would you feel if you were in this situation? No, that's too basic of a question. And you want to say that we shouldn't be mourning Kobe because of his past. Well, let me ask you, how many of you people are going to pop in The Godfather sometime in the near future and marvel at Marlon Brando's performance, knowing that he pretty much raped a woman on camera in The Last Tango in Paris? And that wasn't acting right there. That was, if you ever read the story behind that movie and that scene in general, you feel sick to your stomach. How many of you people are going to read the Bible? Bible damn near endorses rape. Bible makes a hero of a man who offered his daughters up for gang rape. Talking about Lot. See, before we look at Kobe's past and we judge how we should remember the man, we got to also remember some of the things we do. Every hero we have is flawed. They are human like us. They are flawed. We put them on the pedestal knowing they are flawed. And then we can't comprehend when they show how mortal they are. Then when they pass on this earth, we mourn them as we should. Sometimes we mourn them more than we would a family member. As much as you want to click on those memes, as much as you want to share them, keep the family in mind. And ask yourself, if you're in that situation, how would you feel to going on social media and seeing those memes out there? You know, Michael Jackson's daughter pretty much got chased off Twitter because people were sharing memes right after his death about his exploits. It may just be a little meme that you're clicking on in your home or on your phone. But you know that meme is going to get out there. And you know some stupid bastard's going to share it with the family. We put them on a pedestal and act shocked when we see if they're human. When they pass, we don't just mourn their passing. It takes it to a different degree. Because we view these people as being able to live forever, and then are shocked when they don't. I have made this video about 40 times in my head. And I knew no matter how I planned it in my head, it wasn't going to come out the way I wanted it, just because the emotion is so raw. I could have scripted something out, read off a piece of paper. That wouldn't have been genuine. Sunday, January 26th, 2020. That is a day that is going to take a life of its own. And it's just going to it is just a day that's never going to be the same again. I do want to add something really quick here before I wrap this video up, because I see it's about 10 minutes long, a little bit longer than I want it to go. I think Adam Silver made a mistake playing the game Sunday. If I was a player, I don't think I would have been able to take the court. I like the tribute they did. 24-second violation. And on his jersey number 24. But I think history is going to look back at Adam Silver playing those games Sunday in the same prism that it looks at Pete Rozelle for playing the games after Kennedy's assassination. It's going to be remembered in hindsight as something that should have been handled differently. I know I have my usual catchphrase that I say before I head out, but tonight, just going to give you this piece of advice. Hug your loved ones. Tell them how you feel about them. Because if yesterday, January 26th, taught us anything, you never know when you get your next chance to hug them and express how you feel.